The trouble started on a quiet afternoon in a small rural town where life usually moved at the pace of the swaying wheat fields. Emma and Lily were identical twins, inseparable since childhood, though their lives had taken very different paths. Lily had stayed behind to care for the farm after their father's health began to decline. She was the gentle twin, soft-spoken, patient, and often underestimated. Emma, on the other hand, had left years ago, carving out a secretive career that few in town even knew existed. To most, she was simply away, but in reality, Emma had risen through the ranks to become one of the most skilled operatives in Delta Force. Lily lived her life quietly, milking cows before sunrise, tending to the fields, and running errands in town. But quietness sometimes attracts the wrong kind of attention. A group of local troublemakers, older boys who had long since graduated but never grown up, saw Lily's silence as weakness. They cornered her at the market, mocking her for her worn boots, her simple clothes, and her soft demeanor. Lily tried to laugh it off, but when they shoved her basket of vegetables to the ground and snatched her hat, humiliation burned inside her. What the bullies didn't realize was that Emma had come back home unannounced. She had returned to help Lily with the harvest and spend time with their father, whose health had worsened. Dressed in the same farm clothes as her sister, Emma could easily be mistaken for Lily. And when the bullies spotted her walking along the dirt road toward the barn later that evening, they thought they had another chance to have fun at Lily's expense. "Hey, farm girl," one of them sneered, stepping in her path. "Didn't learn your lesson at the market." Emma's eyes narrowed. She had spent her life keeping peace on foreign soil, dismantling threats before they exploded into chaos. But nothing sparked a fire inside her quite like seeing her twin humiliated. The boys didn't know they weren't dealing with Lily this time. They tried the same routine, blocking her way, mocking her accent, reaching for her shoulder to spin her around. That was their first mistake. Emma's training kicked in instantly. With one swift movement, she twisted the boy's wrist, sending him sprawling to the ground. The others laughed nervously, thinking it was luck, until the next one lunged. Emma sidestepped, hooked his ankle, and he went down face, first into the dirt. The laughter stopped. Confusion spread across their faces. This was not the Lily they knew. Emma didn't unleash her full force. She didn't need to. Every move was controlled, precise, and frighteningly calm. Within 60 seconds, 3 of the bullies were on the ground groaning, and the 4th was backing away, hands raised, muttering that it was just a joke. Emma stepped forward, eyes cold but voice steady. "You think kindness is weakness, but it's not. It's restraint. And restraint is what's keeping me from showing you just how wrong you are." The bullies scrambled to their feet and ran, their arrogance shattered. For them, the farm girl they thought was an easy target had become their worst nightmare. When Lily came outside a few minutes later, carrying a basket of fresh eggs, she saw Emma standing under the fading sunset, brushing dirt from her hands. "What happened?" she asked. Emma gave her a small smile. "Let's just say they picked the wrong twin today." Lily's eyes widened, understanding dawning. She knew her sister had been in the military, but Emma had never shared the details. For the first time, she realized just how much strength Emma carried. Strength that wasn't just physical, but forged in discipline, sacrifice, and love for her family. Later that night, sitting on the farmhouse porch, the twins talked while crickets sang in the fields. Lily admitted how small she had felt facing those bullies, how powerless their taunts had made her. Emma reached over, taking her hand. "You're stronger than you know, Lil. You take care of Dad. You run this farm, and you keep moving even when life is heavy. That's a strength I could never match. My battles might look bigger, but yours are just as important." Lily's eyes filled with tears. For years, she had compared herself to Emma's mysterious, heroic life, always feeling like the weaker twin. But now, she understood her quiet resilience was its own form of bravery. Word spread quickly around town about what had happened. The bullies never came near Lily again. And though no one knew exactly what Emma had done to scare them off, people noticed a change in Lily. She stood taller, looked others in the eye, and carried herself with a newfound confidence. She no longer shrank under the weight of their ridicule. The sisters grew closer than ever, balancing each other's strengths. One's courage forged in combat, the other's built through endurance and heart. Together, they carried their family forward, proving that while the world often underestimates the quiet and the gentle, there is power in resilience, and there is fire even in silence. And for those who dared to mistake kindness for weakness, they learned one unforgettable truth sometimes. The farm girl you're laughing at has a twin, and she just might be a Delta Force legend.